Some bards like to start Q and some like to start W. So if you start W, then the idea is that you rush into your jungle, put up 3 shrines in a path that helps them get through the jungle quicker, and then you recall, and then you get your mana back and then you come back. You should probably try and grab those chimes before the minions get to the lane. After you get a few chimes, then you're mutually empowered. So there's another, there's one up there, and then there's one in the dragon pit. You can probably grab all 3. Oh, that's the red buff you see on the map. Yeah, that's the one you're looking for. And then go through towards the dragon pit, run into lane. Probably shouldn't miss any experience. You do get some experience for collecting the chimes, so you're actually going to hit level 2 before Varus does.
Why does it have to be inside the pit? That's just obnoxious.
So you're going to want to start Q. Oh, give him a stun. Perfect stunning opportunity. Oh no. Oh no. Your auto attacks are really strong, so you should try and use them a lot.
Is that because of the meeps?
Yes. Give him a stun. Oh, stun them inside your minions. Feels good. You may as well go with getting your magical journey, because sometimes you can go off into the river or into your jungle or towards your bush, like above your lane, and then you can create a portal into your lane for your jungler to gank from, so you can like easily get behind the enemy lane that way. Since you have a meep following you right now, try and harass them with it so that they can start recharging again.
That means auto attack?
Yes.
So once you auto attack them, does it go away?
Yeah, well it gets used. Give them a stun. Oh, that was close.
So the stun only works if they're like grouped up, right?
Well, it works if it hits 2 targets. So it can hit another enemy target, or it can hit a wall. So you can hit like a champion and a minion, or 2 minions, 2 champions, or a champion and a wall.
Why does the wall count?
It can collide with terrain.
But why does that count?
Because they made it that way.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why would it make any sense? It's a good idea. I don't know. Wow, good stun. You almost died. Don't forget that you have healing with your W. So
aren't I supposed to leave it for the ABC though?
I mean, you can, or you can heal yourself with it too. Because I mean, you're pretty low on health right now. So it takes 10 seconds to charge up. At which point the AP ratio on it doubles, and then the base heal at level 1 is increased by, it's either 30 or 40, and then gets increased by an additional 10 points for every rank in it, and then it consistently remains at double the AP ratio for an empowered shrine. So you can have up to 3 at once, and if you create 4, the first one gets destroyed, so it's a maximum of 3. But if you have 3, and you heal somebody directly, it doesn't cause the shrine to disappear, because it counts as a heal, not placing a new shrine.
You can cast your W on a person?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It actually gives you a lot of movement speed. I think it's like 50% movement speed, but it decays rapidly. The way shrines end up being like the most useful isn't just for the heal value, but for that movement speed. So you can escape ganks with it by setting up a line of shrines, or you can hide them inside of a brush, so that when you enter the brush, you can like instantly pick up a shrine and then, dodge a skill shot because you're in Fog of War and you have all this extra movement speed.
So this is nothing about being able to cast it on a champion.
I know that.
It just says he raises a health shrine.
That immediately offers health. You can't have the ability descriptions be like these giant tomes.
Like I get that, but like there are longer ability descriptions in the game.
Yeah, so do you want them all to be that long?
If they contain vital information, absolutely.
Well, it does say instantly grants a heal.
Instantly grants when you step on it.
You added the part where you said step on it.
Yeah, but like, I feel like that's implied by saying it raises a shrine. Generally, you don't raise shrines in a human body.
Trying to apply logic to this, to League of Legends, is just gonna give you a headache.
So why does Bard take Ignite? That seems like an unusual choice for a support.
Because he already does bunches of damage, so he's just strengthening that part. Since he can stun up to multiple targets at once, and then place others into stasis, like he has a whole lot of CC. I guess Exhaust is a little bit less valuable on him, but having Ignite allows him to just roam straight up and heal somebody. Since picking up a bunch of chimes gets him tons of movement speed as well, then he can use that to gank, and then he doesn't need to slow, the enemy mid laner or whatever. You just easily stun them because he's so fast. A few months ago. Ooh, that was a perfect stun. Something about a misfortune ultimate. She didn't even get to shoot one time.
Was that a situation where I hit a wall?
Yes.
If you heal someone directly, does it do less healing?
It does the base heal.
So it doesn't do the like empowered for 10 seconds heal.
Right. Another interesting thing about Bard's Q that I didn't mention before is that it's similar to Lyssandra's Q in that it has an initial range, except then when it hits something, it gets like that bonus range. Auto attacker? Ah, never mind. Oh.
No.
She did get away. So when someone is running away, you could always ult them to run and catch up to them. That's the thing about it, is that you can do almost whatever you want with it, right? I mean, you can even troll your teammates with it if you feel like it. That was one of the concerns that people had when Bard was released. They're like, oh my god, there's gonna be so much griefing happening. Like, people are gonna troll. ADCs that piss off the Bard are gonna get, like, ulted for no reason and stuff like that. Which, yes, I have also seen.
To that, though, I would say, don't piss off your support.
Yes.
I mean, this might just be me stereotyping, but, like, I would guess that, like, people who main support are probably some of the most reasonable players in the game. Least prone to, like, doing dumb shit like that. Because the mentality that drives someone to become a support is not a mentality that would lead you to be like, I'm gonna ult you for no reason, because that's the opposite of my job.
I'd say that's generally true. So if you mouse over your passive, it should tell you like what your next bonus will be. So with 4 more, yeah.
Attacks will slow with 45% and deal 15 more damage.
So it already has a slow, so that means that you're going to just increase the strength of your slow. And you've already gotten the buff where it causes the meeps to hit in a cone. Something that a lot of people forget is that it's not only that it hits in a cone, it also hits in like a circle around your target. If you're going to be leaving lane to go pick up chimes, it's a good idea to like place shrines down for your ADC before you leave, because you're just going to get the mana back and you're helping them even though you're not in lane.
I'm kind of wondering, like, where are good places to put it, though, because I don't want them to, like, run over accidentally, and I don't want, like, enemies to get it.
A good place, a lot of the time, would be inside of the brush that's closer to your tower, or directly across from that on the other side of the lane by the wall.
So, like, here, and, like, right here? Oops.
Oh, hey, wait, Velcro!
See? I just placed one in the bush, and then I walked over it myself.
Well, I mean, you'll get used to that.
So do my meeps help me take towers?
No, you don't use meeps on towers. So, the Magical Journey, it can only be cast when it has a valid exit point to it, and then it does have a maximum range.
Like, that's how long the tunnel can be?
Yeah, well.
So I can't cast it, like, into, like, one of those side walls.
Right, you can't cast it to somewhere off the map. Oh no, it's a swing, it's gonna kill you. Run.
Not if I kill him first. I'm just kidding.
Run. Use your Magical Journey to get away. Cast it through the wall. So long, sucker. Pretty sure bots don't know how to use that.
Is there anywhere where the maximum range matters?
So the longest range tunnel that I can think of is the one from the summoning platform all the way to your outer tower. Walk up to the wall.
This wall?
The one down there.
This wall?
Yes, this wall. Stand there.
Cast it through here?
Yeah, and then you're gonna try and cast it as parallel as possible to this wall. See how it's not casting because you don't have a valid exit point to it. So you're gonna have to like aim it. So next.
So that's the max range?
Not quite the max range, I think, but that was pretty close. Another fun one is like doing it here and going into mid lane.
Like right here?
Yeah.
What's up?
And you can cast it through towers and stuff. Another really long one is like standing here and then casting it to like above the blue buff. Oh, that one not quite. Close though. Something you could do is ult the towers for him. Oh, there you go. So now...
Alt towers?
Yeah, so his ultimate also puts towers in stasis. You did have a good ulti. You ultied the tower when Kayn was diving.
Did I?
Yeah. So he was diving like the Nexus towers.
I didn't mean to.
Well, you did. should take the credit for that one. But yeah, he was diving their Nexus
How is that
towers
helpful?
because it means the towers aren't attacking him.
Oh, so you can like use it to protect your tower or like stop towers from attacking?
Yeah. So you see that happen a lot. Because like Bard will like roam to a lane, and then you'll set up like a tower dive with your jungler. And then you ult the tower so that everyone can just dive under the tower and like not take any damage. That's pretty fun.
My impression of it is like you just use the things and try not to ruin anything.
It is kind of hard to not ruin things as Bard. So many times you think you're helping. Braum is one of the most powerful level 1 champions in the game because he can apply stuns to the entire enemy team. Also his Q has like long range, fast speed, so he's really good at like invades and stuff like that. So you normally, you know, like when people are like, oh my god, careful, they have a Blitzcrank on their team, we need to be really careful before minions spawn. Because like, Blitzcrank will just grab us. It's kind of similar with Braum. It's like, you don't want to fight Braum at level 1 in the jungle. That isn't to say that you can just straight up walk up to anybody and be like, yo, I'm Braum, get out the way, because like, they'll just kite you. So you don't have to hit people with Qs in order to start applying your passive. So you can just walk up to them. That's a dead vein. Woo!
So this passive situation.
Yes.
So you need 4 stacks, which can be applied with Q or basic attacks.
That's right. And you're.
And then they get stunned, just like that.
Yeah, just like that. And then you also do bonus damage to them with your basic attacks for, I guess, like the next 8 seconds. You can't like start building stacks on them again until that time is up. So you'll see that there's going to be a little circle underneath them that shows you like the cooldown on it. Oh, you want to take E, by the way.
Okay. E is his giant shield.
The giant shield.
So does it actually block things from like that whole area, or is it just visually large?
Nope, it blocks the whole area, and it is quite large. You also get 10% bonus movement speed when it's active, and you can also move through this. It's called being ghosted.
Wait, you can move through walls?
No, units, not walls. Like champions and minions and stuff.
What do I take for W?
Yep, you want to take the W. So the way the W works is that you can use it on allied pets, minions, champions, but not wards. And it places you in between your target and the closest enemy champion. So it makes it easy for you to set up a proper E, like the Unbreakable. Mm-hmm. It also gives you, and if your target is an allied champion, bonus armor and magic resist based on the rank of your W and how much bonus armor and magic resist that Braum has. Mm-hmm. You can also self-cast it. You're going to max Q, and then you max E second, because the damage reduction, the duration, and the cooldown all benefit from putting more points into E. The Unbreakable, it actually also, not only does it block projectiles that come in towards you, it actually blocks the first instance of damage that occurs to Braum. So you can block like weird things with it too. Card assault, block the first. Oh, you don't aim it towards your AD carry, you aim it towards the enemy.
Yes, I know I did that wrong. Thank you though.
I'm just trying to help. Do you hear yourself when you do that?
Do what?
It's like when you desperately want to say something, but you're trying so hard not to. It's because she wants to throw shade. Or she's thinking something that she shouldn't be thinking. It's like the internal struggle. You had a good ulti there. The way that Braum's ult works is that if there are targets near him, then he'll knock them up for like 1 second at rank 1, and then it adds a quarter of a second for each rank. Something like that. It will knock up additional targets that are outside of that initial range, but only for like 0.25 seconds. However, if you can still use Braum's ult at range, and as long as there is no target in the initial knock-up range, so like that small area around you, then it will knock up the first target it hits with the full knock-up duration. one thing about Braum's shield is that it blocks damage but not CC. So if a stun or a hook hits Braum, it will still like hook him.
Okay.
Or you can block like a Nami Q with it, but you'll still get like knocked out by it. Run to the Caitlyn. Jump to her. There you go.
I have to say, like, jumping to allies like that makes you feel really badass.
Braum is here. Stand behind Braum. You can use his W to jump over walls.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, but only if...
But only if there's a target.
Yeah.
Can you, like, target a monster?
No. And then down to the variant. Are you gonna have PTSD like the Red Fox from that?
No. PTSD is a serious illness.
And it manifests in many different ways.
I mean, you could be triggered by me. If, for example, your abusive ex-boyfriend loved League. That was not shade. As I was saying it, I was like, no, stop it. What are you doing? What are you doing?